Thank you so much for checking out this free video. If you don't mind, please click like and subscribe. All right, Will Ospreay.
So what did he say?
I don't know. You tell me. You gave me the thing here.
Well, I thought it was like, they had the big quote. I mean, I guess, because again, did he basically say, I don't want to get anything like.
Well, don't ask me then. I mean, he made it very clear that he prefers AEW style of wrestling, which is fine.
But did he say that there's nothing that WWE does better than AEW? Or you just say that it's better than AEW? I mean, I think AEW is better wrestling than WWE. I think most people that watch both would say that. But I mean, there are things WWE does better than AEW.
I will try to find it here. Will Ospreay says AEW is better than WWE in every field.
That line, or did he say more than that?
Well, I don't have it here, so I gotta find it now. Let's move on to another story, and then I'll find this quote for you. Kiyomiya Ozawa.
Okay, yeah. So Ozawa, who's really perked up the Noah attendance, as a GHC champion, will be defending against Kaito Kiyomiya. I think that is on the 18th. It's this coming weekend at Korakuen Hall. And Kiyomiya will leave. They're doing the step where Kiyomiya will have to leave Noah if he doesn't win the championship. So it's a pretty big match there. And it's an interesting thing because Kiyomiya has kind of become like Shota Umino. And actually, it's in some ways, he's become like a lot of the baby faces in WCW during that NWO period where everybody cheered the NWO guys and booed the baby faces and kind of killed off all the a lot of the baby faces, and in the long run hurt business because Ozawa and Team 2000X, he's like the cool guy. He's picked up business and everything like that, and in doing so, Kiyomiya, who had been their young superstar. He was booed, and he's been booed ever since he lost the championship. So, going to be interesting. I guess usually title versus loser of town, he's probably going to win the title back. But I think that may be early in my mind because Ozawa's drawing with the championship. Their business is up, so it'll be an interesting. But it's a big match for Noah, the biggest match that they've had.
All right, so Ospreay said, we smoke them in every field of wrestling, like we're just better. I respect them. I respect every single one of them. They're all vets. They know what they're doing. They're great at their job. They understand getting people on their feet. We are so much more of the better wrestling company than them. Like our guys smoke them every single day of the week. They got good guys like Gunther, got great guys like Orton. They got good guys like Chad Gable. I respect all of them. But on our worst day, we smoke all of you guys.
Okay, I mean, like, on the worst day, no, not on the worst day. But whatever. I mean, I do think AEW, overall. I mean, like, look, WWE on a TV show rarely has had a TV show like the Night Show, and this wasn't. AEW's had plenty of shows like this one this year. Pay-per-views rarely. Yeah, I mean, the wrestling wise, I guess. It just reminded me of when. Vince McMahon and Bryan Danielson talked. This was when Bryan Danielson was still in WWE. So it would be like he left in 2021. So I'm going to guess this is 2019-ish, first year, or maybe 2020. And Vince McMahon went to Bryan Danielson and basically said, like, why are they drawing so well? Why are they doing so well? Because at the time, they were doing, essentially, Raw and Dynamite were both averaging about 7,000 tickets per show, so they were basically head to head, neck and neck, I mean, which obviously things have changed greatly since then. But, and Vince's like, we beat them in every single facet of the businesses. There's nothing that they do as well as we do. And Brian was like, the wrestling's better. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he, I mean, it just, to me, and at that point, the booking was better too. I mean, the only reason WWE was equal then in attendance was because it was WWE and they had that giant advantage, so of being WWE. So, so it's kind of a weird thing where you say like, oh, there's nothing that they do better, because both companies have things that they do better than the other company. There's a lot that WWE does better than AEW. As far as like high-end wrestling, no. AEW is way above them in high-end wrestling. They've got, they do have better high-end wrestlers, but it's also a different style. It's like if some of the guys in AEW went to WWE, they wouldn't be wrestling the quality of matches because they would be having to conform to a style. Although that style is opening up more. That's the difference is less and less because, when you had the Vince McMahon mentality of what a match is, and again, when you have a guy like in his late 70s and everything, it's obviously going to be a style that will be dated at some point or already was, and a new style will come in. But, the WWE stylistically is it's not that different anymore. They both, it's still a little different, and there's still, certain aspects of WWE that, as far as things that they do in a match and the way their crowds react and everything, that is very different from AEW, and they both work towards, like the whatever the match, expectation is, or how that crowd is basically trained. Just like in Arena Mexico, they do something completely different, but it's how the crowd is trained and what they expect as well. And it's like that aspect, it's like they're all different styles, but I do think that, when it comes to high-end matches, I would say AEW is ahead, but not on AEW's worst night, no.
Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day, covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.